Welcome, friends and a family, to Dear Hallmark. My name is Dara, and this is my love letter to Hallmark, my space where I can just nerd and gush about all things Hallmark movies. But I know you're looking like, what is this? Why she got Netflix? That's because during Christmas time, we let our cousins come over. We let our cousins from Netflix and our cousins from Lifetime come over as well. So for this one, our cousins from Jingle Jangle are in the building. If the square root of impossible means anything to you, the second derivative of spectacular, the circumference of sensational, if that means anything to you, then you have seen Jingle Jangle, as have I, and it was pretty dope. I have to say right out the gate, I was so shocked. I was not expecting that type of movie. I misjudged it. I'm not gonna lie. I misjudged it, and just by the title alone, I was like, Jingle Jangle, come on. But this movie surprised the mess out of me, and I'm glad it did. I'm glad it defied my expectations. I'm so glad. The wardrobe, delicious. The colors, the rich textures. Oscars, Tonys, Grammys, Emmys, you need to be an EGOT, whoever you are that was of the costumes. They were spectacular. They were the second derivative of spectacular. I loved the choreography as a dancer myself. I appreciated it. Oh, that movie gave me The Greatest Showman meets Peter Pan meets Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So we have The Greatest Showman for the choreography. We have Peter Pan with the whimsical merriment, imaginative, wonder, spectacular, sensational, impossible. Just be young and dream and believe and fly. Fly, Peter. Fly. I just saw Hook the other day, so that's what's in my brain now. But that's where they gave me Peter Pan vibes from. And then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because of the set and the cinema, like the I think it's called cinematography, which is like the feel of the movie, the quality of the filming, gave me Charlie and the Chocolate Factory vibes. And I loved it. The music was dope. The songs were good. John Legend is one of the producers on this film, and he had a hand in the music as well. And it was just an overall good movie. So what's the premise? I'm going to try to give it to you without spoiling it. So, is it Geronicus? Geronicus Jangle is an inventor. And he's gone through some, a difficult time in his life, and he doesn't invent anymore. He has no passion. He doesn't even believe he's an inventor. And then a nemesis comes in and tries to take one of his inventions. And so it's kind of like, okay, what does Geronicus believe about himself? And his granddaughter comes to visit him and kind of like nurses him back to life in the sense of making him believe in himself again. And it's just a really beautiful movie about reconciliation, forgiveness, belief. If you believe you can do it, anything's possible. That's kind of like the overarching message I got. If you can believe you can do it, anything is possible. So I, again, loved it. If I was to critique anything, it would be it wasn't as Christmassy as I thought it was going to be. And as Miss Christmas herself, like, I was just like, oh, okay. It's still a good movie, but there's just not as much Christmas as I thought it was going to be. That and the accents in the movie had me confused with the setting. I didn't know if we were in America or Britain, because some people have a British accent, some people don't. Like Forrest Whitaker's character, who plays an older Geronicus Jangle, had like a New York type of something. But then Keegan Michael Key, who played what's his name, Gutson, who is Geronicus Jangle's nemesis, just was his regular, used his regular voice. So, and then Geronicus Jangle's apprentice, the little boy, was English, but his granddaughter was speaking regular, like, American. I was just confused in terms of the place, setting that we were in. And then lastly, it just looked like a set. Like, you could tell it was a movie set. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but you could flat out tell it was a movie set. And that was something I was just like, oh, like I wish this would look like it took place in the real world, you know. But other than that, I mean, the movie is still very entertaining. This movie was written and directed by David E. Talbert, who I'm familiar with his work. So I know, like, I've seen some of his stage plays. I saw Almost Christmas. So I kind of know his vibe. And I'm grateful that this movie exists. I'm grateful that he did this type of movie. I appreciate it. It's really, really good. Yeah, so I think Netflix, y'all better do your thing. Our cousins came through, y'all. Our cousins came through. Please go watch Jingle Jangle if you haven't. Again, I can't talk about the costumes enough. So rich. Like red velvet cake. That's what it reminded me of, red velvet cake. Everything was so rich and colorful. I really loved it. I really did. Love the costumes. So that's going to conclude this review for this episode of Dear Hallmark. So I guess we are reviewing Netflix movies. I did, I'm trying to think, The Princess Switch 2. Yeah. That one's coming. And depending on when you're watching this and how I decide to release it, Operation Christmas Drop may already be out. We'll see how I decide to release this, because I watched Operation Christmas Drop as well. I haven't seen Princess Switch 2 yet, because I'm saving that for the latter half of December, because that's actually the one I'm most excited to watch. Because I really enjoyed that movie and I wasn't expecting it. Much like Jingle Jangle, I really enjoyed the first Princess Switch, so I'm really excited to see the second one. And I'm wondering if Netflix is going to be dropping any more holiday movies. I hope so. I would hope so. I also had a thought that Amazon should do some too. Hulu, why the heck not? Put your hat in the ring too. But yeah, not to belabor the point, Jingle Jangle was amazing. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.